Okay, children. So all of you take science. So hope you all like chemistry, right? Isn't it? Abdul, what about you? Yes. Okay, how many of you don't like chemistry? Anyone? Jeez, what about you? Sarah, what about you? You like chemistry?
Not much.
Not much. Okay. Then any other? Didn't like chemistry? No one. Okay. Sarah, I will make you chemistry as your favorite subject. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Then what about your ambitions? Rose, what about you? Please unmute and tell me.
Not decided.
Not yet decided. John, what about you?
Aeronautical engineering.
Okay, very good. Agna, can you please switch on your video? Okay. Then Aditya Dev, what about you? What's your ambition?
Astronaut.
Yes?
Astronaut.
Yeah, very good. Okay. Eva,
Yes, ma'am. Right as of now, I want to pursue a career in psychology.
wow. So you have chosen one of your subjects as psychology, right?
Yes.
Okay. Dia,
Architect.
yes, what about you? What's the ambition?
Architect.
Okay, fine. So, hope you all are fine there, right? All are safe and fine at home, isn't it? Is anyone from abroad? Yeah, Rahul. Yeah, Rahul, I know
Ma'am, I was studying in Dubai. Ma'am,
Eva.
Eva,
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
Ma'am, me also.
And ma'am, me,
Fujairah.
Yes,
ma'am, me, I'm from Kuwait.
Devika, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Then anyone else?
Me.
Yeah, Sarah from
I'm from Fujairah, UAE.
it's Naurin, right? Okay. Naurin. Okay. So I'm happy to see you all here. Now it's 58 participants. I think yeah, three students were missing. It's okay. So in this textbook, do you have textbook with you? All of you? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Okay. So in this first chapter, it's just a basic concepts of chemistry. That means the things that you already know. Niranjan, okay, you can get it from the school.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. It's provided from the school, right, John?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, so about the first chapter, the things that you already know. Okay, it's just a revision. The things that you learned in your 8th, 9th, 10th, that's it. Okay, so the first chapter is just a discussion like that. There are 2 periods today, right, for chemistry? Yes, continuous 2 periods. Is it boring? Huh? Isn't it? Okay, after 1 period, I will give you a 10 minutes break. Then you can all, after that, you can rejoin. Okay. Okay, children. So we can start with chemistry. What all things you know about chemistry? Jewel.
About elements,
Yeah, elements. Then
atoms, and molecules.
atoms and molecules. Okay, that's enough. Then Adulya, what all things? come to your mind when you heard the term chemistry?
Chemicals.
Yeah, chemicals. Then Buddha Dev, can you tell me?
Yeah, ma'am.
Yes,
Molecules.
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 Again, molecules. Then same topics, right? Okay, fine. So this chemistry consists of all these topics, same atoms, molecules, then chemicals. These all combined together here. Okay, so we are beginning with chapter 1, some basic concepts of chemistry. You can write the heading. Okay, during the class, you can write the lecture notes, and after the completion of each chapter, I will send you the notes. Okay. Okay, so just write down chapter 1, some basic concepts of chemistry. Chapter 1, some basic concepts of chemistry. Okay, you just tell me chemistry, it's about atoms, molecules, and compounds, chemicals, etc., right? So we can just write a definition. Chemistry, it is a study of matter, its properties, how and why substances combine or separate to form other substances, and how these substances interact with energy. Lots of topics there, right? In physics, chemistry, biology, there are a lot of topics. So here also chemistry, it's a study of matter, then its properties, how and why substances combine or separate, that means the chemical bond, then bond breaking to form other substances, and how these substances interact with energy. Okay. Or in short, we can write chemistry, it's just the study of chemicals. And in this textbook, you can see that in the beginning, there was so many pages that related to its history. It's just like a story. You just want to read through that. Okay, that's enough. Just want to know about the things, how this branch chemistry came, or it's about its history. Just want to read through that. That's enough. Okay. Malavika, can you just read the slide?
Chemistry is the study of matter, its properties, how and why substances combine or separate to form other substances, and how substances interact with energy.
Yes. In short, we can tell that chemistry, it's the study of chemicals. Okay, children, shall I move to next slide? Yes, right? Then we are just go through this different branches of chemistry. That means different branches of science in which chemistry is interrelated. You know that all the science subjects, they are interrelated with each other. Not only science subject, almost all subjects are interrelated to each other. When you learn chemistry, you must have to learn the points from physics, mathematics, then biology, etc., right? Along with that, there are other certain branches also. So that means these all branches are interrelated. In the case of medicinal field, it's related with chemistry, right? In the case of certain medicines, then certain techniques, right? Then in the case of biology, Microbiology, physiology, genetics, all these are related to chemistry. Then biochemistry, that means molecular biochemistry, then immunology, endocrinology. You just go through this, no need to write these notes. Okay. Then in the case of physics, you know that it is atomic, nuclear, spectroscopy, then different materials, and environmental science, ecology, pollution. These all topics, they are interrelated with chemistry. Then in the case of plant science, botany, then agronomy, then astronomy, geology. So all these different branches, they are interrelated with chemistry. Clear? Which are the different branches? Adulya, can you please read these branches?
Geology, astronomy,
Yeah.
plant science and
Environmental
botany,
science.
agronomy,
Only need to write
environmental
the
science,
main heading. Environmental
physics,
science.
biochemistry,
Hmm.
biology, medicine.
Okay, geology. You have completed everyone. So all these topics, they are interrelated with each other and they are also related with chemistry. Okay. This is clear? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Yes. Okay. Then before that, you have learned about matter, right? From your small classes onwards, you are learning this matter. Anyone can please define this matter? Matter. What do you mean by matter?
Anything that occupies space and has mass.
Very good. Matter is anything that can occupy space and has mass. Okay. Anyone can give some examples for this matter? Anything that can occupy space and has mass is
And-
considered as matter. Yes, Emmeline, you can tell me.
And book.
Yeah, pen, book. Then?
Liquids,
Yeah, liquids. Then? Plants, animals, the air we breathe, the food we eat, stones. Everything is matter because they have space and has mass, isn't it? So we can define matter as anything that can occupy space and has mass. Examples are plants, animals, then food, stone, pen, paper, dust, everything is matter. Okay. Then you know that which are the three states of matter? Yes. Nimida, you can tell me. Which are the three states of matter?
solid, liquid, gas.
Yes, solid, liquid, gas, right? So these are the three states of matter. Then you also know the properties of these three states, right? What about solids, its shape and volume? Anyone?
It is rigid and has fixed volume.
Yes, solids have rigid shape or definite shape. And what about volume? Yes.
Fixed volume.
Yes, they have fixed volume. Then in the case of liquids, what about this shape and volume?
It occupies the shape of the container. It is
Yes, it has a shape of the container. Then what about volume? They have volume, right? Yes. Then what about gaseous substances or gases? Yes. Gases. That's the third stage, right? Anyone?
Gases have no fixed shape and no volume.
Yes. No fixed shape, then no volume. Then in the case of the solids, they have strong force of attraction. Okay. Strong force of attraction. That's why they becomes rigid. One particle is strongly attracted with each other. That's why it becomes rigid. So this is just a pictorial representation of this solid state. Strong force of attraction exists there. So they will exist in the form of a rigid state. And the next one is liquid state. Second one is liquid state. Here, weaker force farther apart. That means compared to the solid, here it is, the force is very weaker. And the third one is gaseous state. Here, very weak force and very far apart. Particles are very far apart from each other. Okay, so in the first state, it's a closely packed arrangement. And in the liquid state, the particles are far apart from each other. And the gaseous state is very far away from each other. These things you already know, right? So these are the three states of matter: solid, liquid, gas. Okay. And you already also know that these three states of matter, they are interconvertible. What do you mean by interconvertible? Interconvertible. Yeah, John.
Solid can change to liquid.
Liquid can change into?
Gas.
Is it reverse process occurs? Yes or no?
Sorry. No.
No?
Wait, can it go through both processes?
It is a reversible process. That means solid can be changed into liquid, liquid can be changed into gas, and the reverse process also occurs. Okay. Liquid can be changed into solid, right? Water can be converted to ice. Is it reverse process? Huh? Yes. So these three states of matter, they are interconvertible. You can write down the point. Three states of matter are interconvertible. That means solid can be changed into liquid and liquid into gas. The reverse process also take place. By applying heat, solid can be changed into liquid and liquid into gas, right? And on cooling, this gas will again back to liquid and liquid into solid. Have you completed this one?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Then from the previous slide, only need to write three states of matter. Then its properties you already know, right? States of matter: solid, liquid, gas. Then in the case of solid, they have definite shape and volume. Then in the case of liquid, they have definite volume and shape of the container. And in the case of gases, they have no definite shape, neither definite volume. That's it. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Then can you tell me what's the name of that process in which solid can be converted to liquid? What's the name of that process? Devika, can you tell me?
Solid can be converted into liquid, right?
Yes. It's known as?
Gas into this thing is condensation.
Yes.
Solid into liquid is evaporation.
No.
No.
What happens to ice to become water? Yes, Niranjan, that's right. I think you just forgot that name.
Yes, ma'am.
It's melting, right? Yes. Solid can be converted to liquid by melting. Then how this liquid can be converted to gas?
By boiling.
Yes, by boiling. Then the reverse process, gas can be converted to liquid by condensation, and liquid can be converted to solid by anyone?
Freezing.
Yeah, freezing. Okay, freezing or solidification. So you can just note that points also. Solid converted to liquid. It is known as melting. Okay. Then the next one, liquid can be converted to gas. It is known as evaporation or boiling. Then the next one, gas to liquid. It is known as condensation. Then liquid to solid. Freezing or solidification. These two by applying heat, and these two by cooling. Rahul, are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you please read this point?
Ma'am, solid to liquid
Yeah.
is melting.
Okay.
Then liquid to gas is boiling.
Mm.
Then gas to liquid is condensation.
Okay.
Then liquid to solid is freezing.
Yes. Freezing, it is otherwise known as solidification, and the boiling is otherwise known as evaporation. So this melting and boiling, it happens by applying heat, and in the case of condensation and freezing, it happens by removing that heat or by cooling. Okay. Is this clear, children?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. Have you completed?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So what all things we learn now? What is matter? Then examples for matter. Then different states of matter, its properties. Then the interconversion of these three states of matter, right? Then how can we classify this matter? How can we classify matter? Yes. Anyone? Not like that. It's one among that classification, Niranjan. But in this chemistry, how can we classify this matter?
Matter is something which has definite mass.
How can we classify that and list?
Solids, liquids, gases.
The 3 states of matter, isn't it? Then any other? You have learned it in 9th standard. Second chapter.
Mixture.
That's it. Pure substances and mixtures. Okay? Pure substances and mixtures. So we can divide this matter into pure substances and mixtures. Mixtures. Matter can be classified into pure substances and mixtures. What do you mean by this pure substance or mixture? How can we define this pure substance?
It has only one kind of substance.
Very good. It consists of only single type of particle. In the case of pure substance, it consists of only single type of particle. Clear? Pure substance, it consists of only single type of particle. Example, gold. In the case of gold, only gold atoms are there, right? So it consists of single type of particle. In the case of sugar, salt, sugar particles and salt particles are there. That means they belongs to the category pure substance. So the pure substances, they are consist of single type of particle. Consist of single type of particle. So what about mixtures? Mixtures.
More than one.
Yeah, it consists of more than one type of particle. Consists of more than one type of particle. So matter can be divided into 2 types, pure substances and mixtures. In the case of pure substances, it consists of single type of particle. And in the case of mixtures, it consists of more than one type of particle. Yes, have you completed?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
All of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Then again, we can classify this pure substances and mixtures. Do you remember that classification? Pure substance and mixtures can again classify. Yeah, and list, that's right.
Elements and compounds.
Yes, in the case of pure substances, we can again classify it into elements and compounds. Okay, elements and compounds. Then what about mixtures? Mixtures. Yeah, Nimida? Yeah, Rahul, that's right. You can tell me, Rahul. That's right.
Heterogeneous and homogeneous.
Yes, it's homogeneous mixture and heterogeneous mixture. What do you mean by the term homogeneous and heterogeneous? Homo means what? Homo. Uniform or same. Okay. So in the case of homogeneous mixture, they have uniform composition or same composition. Clear? In the case of homogeneous mixture, uniform composition or same composition throughout. And the next one is heterogeneous mixture. That's just opposite, right? It's non-uniform composition or not the same composition. That's it. Okay. So we can again classify this pure substances and mixture into two. Pure substances can again divided into elements and compounds. Then the mixtures, they can again classify to homogeneous mixture and heterogeneous mixture. Okay. Just wait. So matter can be divided into mixture and pure substances. This pure substances again classified into elements and compounds. And the mixtures can be classified into homogeneous mixture and heterogeneous mixture. And as an example for this homogeneous mixture, you can write solution. Simply solutions are examples for homogeneous mixture. And next one, in the case of heterogeneous mixture, colloids and suspensions. Colloids and suspensions. What do you mean by colloid or suspension? Do you remember that one? Eva, can you tell me one example for colloid?
Ma'am, milk is a colloid.
Yes, very good. It's milk. Milk is an example for a colloid. Then Lakshmi, can you tell me one example for a suspension? Suspension. Yes. Muddy water. Okay. Muddy water. It's an example for a suspension. So matter, it can be divided into two, pure substances and mixtures. Then this pure substances again classified into elements and compounds. And in the case of mixtures, it's again divided into homogeneous mixture and heterogeneous mixture. As an example for a homogeneous mixture, it is solution. And colloids and suspensions are the examples for heterogeneous mixture. Then milk is an example for a colloid, and muddy water is an example for a suspension. Clear? Reem Fatima, can you please read the slide?
Yes.
Okay. Just read the classification. That's enough. No need to read that question. Yes, dear.
Matter. Mixture. Pure substance.
Okay.
Mixture divided into
yes.
Homogeneous, heterogeneous mixtures.
Yes.
Pure substances, compounds, elements.
Okay. Then heterogeneous mixture can be divided into colloids and suspensions, right? Okay. So this much is needed for this class, right? This is the first class. So we can continue the remaining topic in the next class. Before that, let me check how much you have gained from this class. It's simple topics, right? So, Abdul, Yes. Can you define matter now? Matter. Yes. Matter is anything? Yes. Yeah, anyone. Fahis. Yes, yes.
Anything that occupies space and has mass.
Okay. Matter is anything that can occupy space and has mass. It is known as matter. Then examples for matter? Anyone. There are 60 students. Sorry,
Pen.
60. Yeah, 60. Yes. Yes, I heard some voice.
Pen,
Yeah, Sarah. Pen. Then
table,
table.
liquid,
Which one?
liquid,
Liquids, plants, animals, stones, everything is an example for a matter, right? Okay,
Yeah,
thank
ma'am.
you. Then Tushar,
Yes, ma'am.
which are the 3 states of matter?
Solid, liquid, and gas.
Yes, solid, liquid, and gas. Then Dia, what's the process of conversion of solid into liquid? Which one?
Melting.
Yes, melting. Anila, what about the conversion of liquid into gas?
Boiling.
Boiling. Then what about the name of the process of conversion of gas into liquid? Anaga,
Ma'am, condensation.
condensation. Then Nehal, right? Yes. What about the name of the process for the conversion of liquid into solid? Solidification or freezing. Then there is one more point. Do you remember the term for the direct conversion from solid to liquid? What's that process known as?
Sublimation.
Very good. It's sublimation. Okay. Example, camphor. Okay. In the case of camphor, it will directly convert from solid state to gaseous state. It will change into vapors. That's it. Okay. Then we divided this matter into 2 types of substances, right? Shabarina, can you tell me which are the 2 types of matter?
Mixtures and pure substances.
Very good. Mixtures and pure substances. Then Meryl,
Yes, ma'am.
how can we classify this pure substances?
Compounds and elements.
Very good. Elements and compounds. Then what about mixtures, Meherin? Mixtures.
Homogeneous mixtures and heterogeneous.
Yes, homogeneous mixture and heterogeneous mixture. Then Malavika, can you hear me? Malavika?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. You can tell me one example for a heterogeneous mixture.
Heterogeneous mixture, colloids and suspensions.
Yes, colloids and suspensions. 2 Malavika there, right? Malavika, Vibin, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you tell me one example for a homogeneous mixture? Homogeneous mixture. Yes. Pooja, can you tell me?
Solution.
Yes, solution is an example for a homogeneous mixture. So salt solution, sugar solution, these all are examples of homogeneous mixture. What's the difference between this term homogeneous and heterogeneous? Anjana?
Homogeneous mixture solutions.
How can we define this homogeneous mixture? What about its composition?
Solution.
Which one?
Homogeneous means
Yes, solution is an example. What about its composition? Is it uniform or non-uniform? Homogeneous.
uniform.
Uniform. Then John, Joes. What about heterogeneous mixture?
Not uniform.
Non-uniform composition. So that's enough for this class. Then, okay, just 1 minute. Okay, children. Then you can leave now and join after 10 minutes. Okay? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you.
So
Thank
thank
you,
you
ma'am.
all. See you in the next
Thank you,
class.
ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Bye.